Season 3.
Oh, yeah, lot has changed since last season.
All right. Step this.
To be honest, there's always excitement from a competition and a fishing standpoint. There's no lack of optimism there. But when you look at the 2025 schedule, it's kind of a head scratcher.
I mean, looking at the schedule, it didn't really bother me right away. The more I thought about the Missouri River in the spring, like, it's a crapshoot. The fish move around so much, it couldn't be any better than a survival tournament.
Looking at this season, I am sure you had this one marked.
I had it marked as pretty much exactly how it went.
Did you?
Yeah.
We knew it would be a challenge. Most people look at those tournaments and they're like, wish they were going to Erie, or I look at these ones and these are the ones I like to come to.
We could go into it planning on cashing checks, maybe top 10ing, potential to win. But in reality, when you deal with the Missouri River system in the spring, you would never walk into this tournament and be like, we got it won. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for coming out. It would never happen.
The whole tone of the first event is kind of negative. It sucks to be gone during Easter, the weather's not great, there's not a lot of big fish, but that's part of the job. That's what it's like to be a tournament walleye fisherman.
Gage, I think, is working around Joe Creek. I'm not sure what Cody's doing. And then Max is going to be, he's going to go get his boat looked at. And then I think Max is in town too. There's so many turkeys out here.
Really?
Oh my god.
I haven't seen any.
You'll be fishing and all you hear all day are pheasants and turkeys. All you hear are turkeys gobbling and pheasants crowing all day. It's probably by far the coolest thing about this lake.
Yeah.
Because the fishing is not impressive.
I feel like Owen is due for a bounce back season, but I also feel like this is not, yeah, it's the westernmost event in the schedule, but it's not really a true Owen Wild West expansive reservoir. This is a tight river fishery where he doesn't really have the room to spread out that he needs.
A little sketch right out of this one.
Oh yeah, for sure there was a big part of me that was super bummed and that I didn't make the championship. But there was also a part of me that was a little happy to be done just because I just had a wrong way of going about things, I think. I wasn't serious enough with my pre-fish and with my tournament. So I was honestly kind of glad to kind of get away from the fishing and get my mind off it and go to something else like hunting and just hanging out with friends or hanging out with family, getting my mind away from fishing, and then coming back to it later and getting a better understanding of it, just a better want. Like this year I have way more want to and way more excited than I was last year.
Just, just a ½ ounce custom made Wayne Wilcox hair jig. Does the trick, man. I'll tell you what. Your best, at least what we found in practice, your best bet is to figure out the way that catches the most fish and just rifle through fish. And eventually you're gonna get, hopefully eventually you're gonna get the right one to bite. It's not easy, like at all not easy, but it's definitely not impossible. There we go. I feel it better. Nope, not better.
One of the more endearing traits for Owen is that he always just seems to kind of show up with a ready-to-work mentality, like I'm going to figure this out. It's not ideal conditions. It's not his type of bite. He wishes he was probably on the other side of the dam, but he's going to try and find a way to make it work.
Smoked it.
It's a better form. Oh, there we go. Spewing eggs. Like I said, like they're spawning right now. Chefing it up. That's good. That's a good one. Freaking annihilated. 2-pounder. We got ourselves a 2-pounder. If I get 5 of these Thursday and Friday, I'll be sitting pretty good.
Lake Sharpe is a tricky animal to begin with, but there's 2 factors that are even making it more daunting. The first and the biggest is probably the spawn. Okay, walleyes are not nesting creatures where they don't make a nest and stay there when they drop their eggs. They're fanning fish where they drop and they go. So literally these fish are here, they're on a sandy flat, they're near the bank for one night, and then where they went the next day, nobody knows. In addition, right now they're pulling water in the system.
The dam that makes Lake Oahe is an on-demand, power source. So basically everyone goes to work in the morning, the town turns their lights on, businesses start up, boom, they start opening the gates, creating power. So every day on all these Missouri River dams, the water flow goes way up fast. And it's basically like a big bubble that comes downstream and rolls. So you can look at it like flow rate, or you can look at it with elevation of water. They both tell the same story. If the water's high, it's because it's ripping. And so like each morning, it starts with little to no flow, and then as it rises and starts moving faster, it was fast. 2-mile-an-hour current.
The word is it's the second last day of practice on beautiful Lake Sharpe. And when I say beautiful, I don't mean because of the size of the walleyes. There's a lot of walleyes this big to this big. And those are the ones we're looking for the tournament. But it is the Missouri River, so it's hard to complain. I guess the reality is it's not a slugfest right now as far as catching like 50 fish a day. So that should be in our favor. It's definitely a tough bite, especially for like pre-spawners. So that should help us ultimately, but it doesn't feel like that currently because I'm the guy who's not catching them consistently with big ones, and either is Dewey and either is Dusty. So, but we got a day and a half. These are the 2 most important days of practice. Everything else is kind of a guideline. And then, I mean, literally the most recent information is what always helps us in the tournament. So it's always the last day and a half of practice is when things come together or they fall apart.
Okay, we got a little current here. We're gonna try some vertical jigging.
It's huge. Get the net. Oh. I mean, there you go. I told you when the cameras showed up, we'd start catching. You got one now too? Bigger? How many bites have you had? 2 bites to minnow, 1 bite to plastic.
Maybe I want to make a statement like, it's almost a sad statement to have such highly skilled and talented fishermen not be able to truly demonstrate their skills. Like this body of water, yeah, there's a lot of walleyes in it, but you don't get to see them separate themselves.
Did I say walleye? I meant sauger.
And if you literally had it on the other side of the dam, you'd have weights in the 30s. You'd have you'd have multiple people catching, like their overs would be double digits.
You do the math. These are called rod holders. What is this boat coming through? We're on duty home water. And we're not just like taking the last 2 days of practice off because it's too easy. I think it's because he's been remodeling his house all winter. Not finding the big ones on Lake Sharpe. Although he did tell me the only time he's ever caught 5 overs on Lake Sharpe was in the area that we're trolling right now. And I said 5 over 28, and he goes, no, 5 over 20. Times are tough. Dustin?
Hey.
Are you fishing?
Yeah. I joke about you.
Sound like you're in a library. Have you been catching?
Just one. I just had a bite. We're up by the Stillen Basin.
Oh boy, okay. Did you troll this morning at all?
No trolling.
We're trolling a side back channel thingy down from the takeoff bay.
Okay. Any luck?
No. I might have hit bottom with my crankbait. That was the excitement so far.
Let's see what
Whoa, we're trying to film a show here, buddy. Have you ever watched any fishing shows?
No.
Oh yeah, they show the fish to the camera, and then the audience at home gets to see it, and they know that it was actually a walleye.
I'm still on pre-fish mode.
Fair.
after a slow morning, that feels good, you know, to kind of come out and expand on the best spot, right? Right away, boom. You know, most days we've been doing all right. But yesterday and today, the fish are winning. It's not been easy, man. And there's not a whole lot of big fish in here. You get all excited about an 18-inch pre-spawn, you know. We kind of knew it would be this way, and I like a tough tournament, but it's really a test. I think I started off real strong, and I'm trying to treat every day as a tournament. And every day I had a limit. And I was like, oh, 9 pounds today, 10 pounds, but I never caught an over. You know, I had a couple at the 20-inch mark, pre-spawn fish. This is pretty slick too. We each got a remote.
Oh.
So it came with that remote, but you need the nicer remote, so he knows I don't pay attention a lot, so.
Even a little bit.
The second remote's pretty. 8, 9, 10 pound days, and then 2 days before the tournament, my trolling stuff kind of dried up, and you know, we're never satisfied. People text us, how you doing? How's the bite? If I'm doing really good, I'm not telling you. If I'm doing really bad, I don't really want to tell you. That's how it was. And it was worse this week because I was doing good, but it got bad and just had to make the adjustments, you know. Definitely like our odds though of trolling better than casting or anything else. Mm-hmm. For one, you're just covering a lot more water, 2 lines out. You know, there's also going to be guys that are going to go scoping. We'll see. Try not to kill this thing. I wouldn't mind it biting on game day.
With every 1 to 2 pound fish that you catch, you're kind of trying to, in your mind, play the law of averages, the central modes of tendency. In the tournament, would I keep this fish at 10 a.m.? Would I keep this fish at noon? Would I keep this fish at 2 o'clock? And that kind of determines what's kept and what's thrown back.
Milking. We can't get too disappointed. We've got one more day. Caden and I, a couple years ago, we had one more day left. Didn't have much going on, and you know, we ended up finding the winning spot on that day. So we got one more day, and we should be thankful for that. The tournament could be starting tomorrow, but it's not. So one more day.
Dewey being one of the heavy local favorites, all eyes are on him. Anytime he puts the boat on plane, the other boats in the system will be noticing where he goes, where he doesn't go. There's often times where favorites like Dewey will spend days almost sending the field in a different direction. It's almost like a rope-a-dope where, yeah, you saw me go there in practice, I led you there intentionally. I know in the tournament I'm actually going to spend my time here.
So we're gonna switch everything back over to the other boat. We're not taking this one tomorrow. Like some of these spots that I have buddies, really close best friends that live here in Pierre that we've broke down this water with, that they've learned, they have history on it. I learned from them. So like all these like spot on the spot spots that like took a long, like decades for some people to figure out, like literally get found in a couple days. And I knew that's exactly how it was gonna be. So like, it was a lot of defense for me, I'm not gonna lie this week. I wasn't running my boat. I just knew that I was gonna draw a little bit of attention. I'm not like trying to be cocky or anything, it's just like, it's my home water. If I was going to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, like if I see Max or I see Corey, like I'm gonna take note of that. Like it is what it is.
Yes, Dewey has advantages, like he gets to sleep in his home bed and he gets to be at home and he has all of his support. But the difference is there's pressure that comes with it without having that ability to separate. Like, to catch kickers on a wahi is a fairly easy task for Dewey. To catch kickers on Lake Sharpe is mission impossible for about anybody, even Dewey Jones.
Dwayne Helm. He actually built this river. Dug it with his own teeth. Oh, we're gonna confront John. I got reports that he was trolling. We're gonna have a talk. I've never been more disappointed in my walleye hero.
I think it was confirmed.
Hey, we gotta have a talk. Why am I getting reports that you and John are trolling? It's never that bad, dude. It's never that bad. Friends don't let friends troll. I know
It
you're
is actually that bad right now.
I know you're a sandbagger and all and do some random stuff because you found him a week ago and you already got him trained to come to your voice, but
I thought I did, but they're gone.
When I heard John was trolling, I was like, yeah, that's about right, makes sense. And then I heard Dewey was trolling, I'm like, it's that bad. Oh my god. Yes, I spent a month over in Ireland, and as luck would have it, I ended up meeting somebody, and it started a whirlwind. Kind of turned my life upside down in a really good way. We hit it off really well over there, and actually she came over to visit for a while and kind of never left. And I got engaged. And then shortly after, found out we are expecting our first. So in a span of however long it's been, I went from a bachelor, living the walleye dream, to now getting married to a Scottish woman who I can understand most of the time. She needs subtitles some of the time. And I'm gonna be a dad. So it's crazy. I'm the happiest I've ever been, honestly.
Max is already off to a really nice start to his tournament season. He won an event out on Lake Erie, and then he came back, burned the night oil, and won a local tournament. So all the momentum is already on Max's side. And when he gets that ball rolling, that's the Max that we all kind of just sit back and wait for the magic to happen.
This might be the toughest place I fished. I mean, there's been some tough bites, but this one is just, I don't know, it has me scratching my head. Haven't caught a ton of fish. The ones we do catch are small. The overs seem non-existent. I do have 2 this week, 20 1/4, not to brag. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I got something figured out. This is gonna be a survival tournament for a lot of guys. I'm definitely not on a winning program. I think 9 pounds a day is probably gonna get you a check. I'm gonna be making a long run to get to my fish, but catching them pretty fast. I'm catching like 20, 25 fish a day. And that's only fishing it for 4 or 5 hours. So we'll see. I'm kind of working today on like secondary and, you know, third areas closer to the ramp. Oh, it's a female dumping eggs. This is Dewey's pet. He actually raised this from a hatchling in his bathtub, I heard. Where is your mother? I need to speak to her. Yep, that's Lake Sharpe for you folks. That's what you come here for.
Well, we're just checking a couple spots that I haven't fished in a week or so. And basically all these spots that we're fishing are like little spot on the spot spots. And it's like one or two fish on each one of them. Usually they're good ones. Like this one's not a big one, but it's a white trash. There's a lot of these in here. I've probably caught more of these white bass on Lake Sharpe this year than I ever have. Obviously it's kind of in the middle of the spawn right now, but typically on Sharpe that does not matter. Down south you can catch them fairly easy, but then ones down south they're spawned out. There's definitely not as much bait down there, and they don't recover as fast. These fish up here, we caught a couple yesterday that were still pre-spawn, and just from history, knowing that the water's a lot colder up here, these fish will hold on to their eggs a little bit longer. So if there's any chance of getting like a super big one pre-spawn, it's up here. And so kind of my game plan is like, even if I can just catch like 17 to 18 inches that are pre-spawn, they're gonna weigh more than 19.5 or 19 to 7/8 down south. So that was kind of my game plan, but it has not been easy to catch them. It has been a grind for sure. How is this not like the biggest spawning area? It's the warmest water, some of the warmest water. If I didn't have like a couple spots up here, I would seriously just run the south side on the scene tomorrow. Maybe weigh 10 pounds down there and be in the top 10. Like 10 pounds a day is top 10, I think. Maybe even top 5. We captured a walleye. That's all you get to see. Too many boats around.
All the stress, all the pressure, all the Lake Sharpe variables are completely spinning Dewey out, and I don't see how anybody can blame a guy.
I'm gonna weigh that one just to see. I'm gonna say 1.8.
1.4.
Up until the last couple weeks of fishing, or last couple days of fishing, I should say, 2 pounds is kind of my goal. Now I change it to like 1.75 pounds. Don't set back, my rod's back here. Release it fast. Box it. We finally caught a walleye with nobody around us. Male. Little 16-incher. I mean, it's good to get bit, but I don't know where the females are at.
The last day of practice and the last spot he checks of his entire practice, Dewey finds a jerkbait spot located right next to the ram, where when he fires out, he catches a 2.5 pounder right away, and he sees there's a lot of other fish on the screen with it. This has got potential. It's time to get out.
There's so many here. Yeah, like choke tip, Maverick deep, all the way gone. Yeah, we don't need to make a cast in here anymore. Like, they're loaded. Yeah.
That's the last day of practice, and I'm pretty sure we've made up our minds. You know, obviously something could change if we strike gold today, but I think at least everybody in our house is, you know, we're heading south a long ways. We're going to make a long run, and you know, a lot of the smaller fish, I'll call them, they might even be bigger up here in the river, but down there we've found enough potential to possibly get a kicker bite or two. So we're going all in on it down there. And yeah, just hoping for, you know, we're catching a lot of fish down there. So at a minimum, you know, you should be able to get your 5 no problem. And then hopefully throw a 5, 6, 7, 8 pounder in with it. You know, I figure if you get one of those in 2 days, you know, you don't have to have 2 of them or anything like that. You just need one bite in 2 days, and that's gonna just blast you up the leaderboard. So that's kind of the thought process right now. We're in the river, we're close to town. Basically, I'm just looking for a spot where we can stop on the way back if we have a half hour or whatever it is. Caught one here the other day. You know, it's funny, like the first day or two of practice, all the boats are right here. Like everybody thought that's where they had to be, and now they're in. The day before the tournament, nobody's checking it. I think that's a pretty good sign that it ain't really happening there. You'd roll in front of one dumb one. Dusty, Corey Springle, Kent Anderson, Jake Lapine, Danny Plows. Holy smokes. Look at that. Oh, Jim and Larry over here got the net out again. All those big names I just mentioned, and this boat's catching more than all of them. No, this time they got them. Oh yeah, supper time. Big enough to weigh or measure, was he? Got him. Oh, we almost caught 2 in 2 minutes. I'd like to tell you it's a big one, but they all feel big on this rod. 1.4, but it only has a 16 incher, so that's actually a little fatter than normal right there. But that's the difference. A lot of these river fish are weighing a little heavier, but they're just harder to catch. So, I don't know. But anyway, I'd call this a spot though. Got a couple bites here, bang, bang. This is probably our stopping spot then, right? When we come back from up north, got 20 minutes, drop in right here and hope for a little upgrade. Well, you hope you're coming back with your 8, but who knows?
Same thing, but then I gave my guy 2 deep tree ones, and then I gave him a spoon and a finisher too.
I'm a little,
you know, a spoon yet? No, but I got 2 of them tied on.
A guy without any deals, I just, you know, I just struggle along. Use what I got.
Corey won't try new stuff during practice, but he'll try new stuff during the tournament.
No, I won't. No, I won't. I'll just leave it in the. It's gonna just be rigged up. I'm not gonna use it. I just can't leave the tournament without having like 20 rods rigged. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, you actually think that spoon's gonna get tested? You're nuts.
No, I don't.
Welcome, guys, to the 2025 S3-EP1 National Walleye Tour season. Kicking it off here in Pierre, South Dakota.
Lived a lie all this time, as they say, the truth will find you. You can't run, you can't hide, no way back from this uprising. Don't deny who you are inside.
Number 57. We'll see how she goes tomorrow. Everybody's gonna pass me too. Only going 50.
Oh, you like 200 pounds on the boat. You might just...
I don't even have a game plan yet. I'm still trying to decide. I think it's gonna depend on water flows tomorrow, kind of what the wind's doing in the morning. It's probably gonna be my deciding factor. As of right now, I still don't know what exactly I'm doing tomorrow.
It's pretty subdued, let me tell you. Severe throat ache that turned into a real deal yesterday. And then NyQuil to sleep last night, which I don't think even counts as sleep. And then today I went into solitary confinement in my boat, but I caught some walleyes. So that raised my spirits. I got an idea of what I'm gonna do most of the day. And now I just hope I can wake up tomorrow.
A new day has come.
When you're trying to save your best stuff, there's always some sort of uncertainty about what you're really on. And that's even exponentially more heightened at this event. Like, guys don't know how tomorrow is gonna go. And that one bite is gonna determine if you're sitting great or if you're in the middle of the pack.